Hi, my name is Amy Wiles Cudd. Yeah, Cudd. C-U-D-D. Just like the cows eat. The day I met my husband, I found out he was an Army veteran. I had a strict no military policy. I also found out that he was a self-employed realtor. I had a 401k only policy. He also had 3 hubcaps, a cracked windshield, no valid South Carolina driver's license, and it didn't take a policy to know that that was a bad idea. It was everything I never wanted, and I was absolutely in love. I always thought that opposites attract was something that single women, or married women, told single women to give us a little more hope. However, my truth is that my husband is my opposite, and he's taught me so much about myself. He's a man of a few words. I talk enough for 10 people. This difference is exaggerated in our home and the raising of our children, and that I tend to over-explain everything to my 3-year-old. I want to make sure he has enough words to understand why he's in trouble. My husband says no, he means it, moves on, and magically it works. It's hard to have your mouth running all the time, as mine seems to do, and I have a tendency to run my mouth too much and also overreact with a lot of emotion. Not my husband. He's rational under pressure, and it really blows my mind. I remember when I found out we were pregnant with our son a little earlier than we planned on, my reaction was to cry, meltdown, call 3 of my girlfriends and my mother crying, and try to plan out the next 20 years of our lives. My husband turned to me simply and said, "It's not what we planned, it's what we're going to do, so what's next?" And I couldn't believe it. Didn't he need to call anybody to figure out what to do? Didn't he need to make a list? He didn't. He just made a decision and stood by it. And that makes me think I'm really glad that I amended my no military policy, because I imagine a calm head like that really went a long way in his military career. However, I will say that the road hasn't always been so easy. And the fact that we are opposites has caused us some troubling times, and that's one of the reasons I'm standing here today, is that my husband is an entrepreneurial spirit, and I'm not. I'm okay with a little risk. I was a massage therapist for most of my 20s, and little risk. I still worked for other people. He, however, is comfortable with bigger risks. He jumped out of airplanes in the Army with a gun. Clearly, he's more risky than I am. So where we are now is that he wants to explore things that are more risky. I need stability. So here I am back in school at 32 years old, trying to create a little more stability. This makes me happy. It also gives my entrepreneurial-minded husband the ability to pursue his happiness, and we can do it together. Our road to now, though it hasn't been easy, and it has taught us a lot, it's given us 2 children, 3 dogs, a wretched cat, a mortgage, a minivan, and has taught me more lessons than I ever knew that I could learn from myself. I like to think that he's learned a little too, although he'd never tell me. So in conclusion, I just have to say that even though I'm surprised sometimes at what I've learned, that our family, for one, is thankful that opposites attract. That's all I got.